Pardesiya. But I can't. Oh, wait. Parde mein rehne do, parda na utao. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you today?
Pretty well.
Wonderful. All right. Do you want to jump right into this lesson?
Uh, it's okay.
Yeah. We can start it or we can talk first or whatever you want. Whatever you like.
Uh, yeah, I want to ask you a few questions before this lesson.
Okay. Sure.
You heard me before while I was talking. So you are in the process of learning languages. So you know that how should go step by step. Uh, but I think again, one another thing, learning different languages, grammar of different languages is different, and learning English language is different, maybe.
I think every language has its own particular difficulties, right? But in general, I think learning any language has a lot of the same issues, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So,
you are a native speaker, and
yeah,
you have exposed so many Indian people, and
right.
right now you are exposing with them. So what do you think that they are struggling with? And you've heard me. So what do you think I should work on? My pronunciation, my grammar. First, I would like to clear that I use British pronunciation, not British accent, but I'm working in an education field. So education field follow British English.
Right.
So I follow this one. So what do you suggest me?
Well, I mean, I think for most people learning a language, grammar is the biggest issue because it's the one that has so many rules. And especially with English, those rules get broken all of the time too. So you have to
Yes,
learn each one individually. And
under
really,
the title of exceptions.
exactly. Yeah, exceptions. Exactly. So the only way to learn all of that is to practice a lot. That's it. Just keep practicing, take notes of things, and you might have to learn it 2 or 3 times before it sticks in your head. Maybe
Yes,
sometimes more than that. That's
more
very
than that. Exactly.
it's very normal. You because how can you absorb the whole language at once? We want to, but it just doesn't work that way. You just have to be patient with yourself. Yeah. So as for pronunciation, I think most Indians speak with more of a British or European accent. Not accent, but pronunciation of things.
Pronunciation.
Right. Which, I mean, I don't think there's any right or wrong way to speak. Now, are there rules that will make people more likely to understand you in a certain place? Yes. But is it wrong? Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah.
Mhm.
So if an American can learn to understand a British person and their accent, why could they not understand an Indian accent, right? Same thing. But when we're in a place, we should start to listen to the way that people pronounce certain words and uh, at least notice the differences and try to make it sound that way, right? So I
Yes,
struggle with that.
I think imitation is also a good way.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, imitation. Exactly. You hear the way that they sound, and it seems weird. It seems weird to us because that is not the sound that we usually make, when we say that word. And especially English especially Midwestern English has a lot of sound in it, But it's not the It's not the same. We have a lot of sound in English. Is not really like in the the Indian languages, the sound.
Yeah.
We have we have we have o, but we don't have It's kind of a mix. There's a lot of vowels that are like a mix between those sounds. So
Yes,
they're just fun to listen for. And the more you listen for it, the more you will start to hear it, and understand
yes.
the slight differences. Yeah.
I think mirroring is more useful than shadowing because when we speak simultaneously with the speaker, it may be unable to understand what the person is speaking and what we are speaking. I think imitation is better, means when we pause that audio and we imitate, we can understand what we are, means where we are making mistake.
I think so. I think I started learning, well, I'm a singer, so I do this a lot. So when I learn a song, I imitate the intonation, I imitate the accent, everything like that. And
So
so
you prefer imitation or shadowing?
it depends. I think they're both useful. I think they're both very useful. If you're doing imitation, then it's very useful for that specific instance, right? Maybe it's practicing one specific word pronunciation, but you may end up sounding like one specific person instead of being able to use that word more flexibly, right? So it just depends. They can both be very useful. Can you give me an example of shadowing?
Shadowing, like some videos are there on YouTube.
Mhm.
So I just day before yesterday, I took a lesson from my regular tutor.
Okay.
She is phonetics expert. So I was doing it. She just point out two mistakes, like with sound v and w. Anyway, anyway.
Anyway, yeah, anyway, yeah, right, yeah, right. I mean, that's one small example, right? Yeah.
Uh,
I,
then again, word stress and rhythm is again important, which we Indians are not aware, means new learners,
right.
people like. So I think rhythm and intonation, word stress, we can catch from imitation.
Absolutely. I think, yeah, that's how I started learning Hindi. Like I said, watching movies, listening to music, and I learned so many hundreds of Hindi songs before I could ever really speak sentences. I had a huge vocabulary and I could understand how words were pronounced because I was listening to music and hearing how they were pronounced in the songs. And that was very helpful for me. I think it's very helpful. Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking up translations at the same time. So I suggest, yes, I always tell people listen to more music, watch more movies. This is one useful way. You can do shadowing too.
With subtitles.
Yeah. With subtitles, exactly. With subtitles, yeah. Yeah. You want to know what it means too. You can learn how to pronounce something, but if you don't know what it means, it's not going to
Yes,
be useful to you, right?
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Good.
So we can do this lesson, but I think you are a singer, so we can start from a song.
Oh my gosh. So I just did a web series. No, I just did a podcast with a friend of mine, and we played Antakshari on the podcast. So why don't you just give me a letter and I'll try to think of a song.
P.
P.
Hmm?
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Pardesiya. But I can't. Oh wait. पर्दे में रहने दो पर्दा न उठाओ. Oh my goodness. I don't remember any more lyrics though, so I fail. I fail at this Antakshari game today.
It's nice one.
Very fun. I enjoy it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Let's
nice.
see. Okay. This is a fun one. What do you do? It's very general. Oh.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm working in education field
Right. Yes, good. Okay. And how long have you been working in your current role?
for 10 years.
10 years. Nice. And how is that your current role or your current industry? Same?
We can call it industry, education industry.
Okay, educational industry. So how long have you had this particular job in the educational industry? Is it new or have
Same for 10 years.
Wow. Okay, cool. Nice. Good. Okay. Vocabulary. Let's go over this real quick. You can read it to me.
Okay. Qualifications, special skills or experience that help you to your job well. Attainable, able to be accomplished or achieved. Professional growth, getting better at your job and profession in your career through learning new things. Then specialist, a person who has deep knowledge of a particular job or field. Generalist, a person who knows something about many job of fields.
Yeah.
Journalist.
Many jobs or fields. Yeah, generalist. So in America, in English, we have a phrase about this called a jack of all trades. Have you ever heard of a jack of all trades?
No.
Jack of all trades, we call it master of none. So they are not
Okay.
jack of all trades, master of none.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, you can do a little bit of everything, but you're not an expert in any of them. Yeah. Maybe like that.
I guess.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Can you read this word for me?
Progressing.
Perfect. Yes. Got it. Okay. Is professional growth important to you? Why or why not?
Of course, I work a lot towards it because I'm passionate about what I'm doing currently. So I always try to learn new things and implement in my school. I always train my teachers. Whenever I learn new thing, I'm always excited to teach my teachers, and then I make them implement in day-to-day class. So I love it.
Cool. I like it. That's a great answer. Are you more of a generalist or a specialist?
No, I'm not generalist. I think I'm not specialist as well.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Very good. I think I'm more of that's a really tough question to answer because I like to be a specialist in everything, but I think I do more things, so maybe I'm more of a generalist. Which of your qualifications are you most proud of?
I think qualifications, special skills of experience that help you for your job. I think a leadership quality. I can handle a mob of people, and I can make them certain things do for me, and it's for well-being for society. So I think it's my good quality. I can make other people work.
That is a very good quality. Yes. Not everybody has that skill. That is true. Excellent. All right. What steps can you take to make your career goals more attainable?
I'm learning new things. Always, I feel like I'm a student and I don't know many things. So I have to learn a lot. So it's my attitude,
Nice.
and I love to learn new things. And right now I'm doing and since lockdown I'm doing it a lot.
Cool. That's great. I think that's like the best kind of approach, right? I always consider myself a student.
Yes,
An
yes.
expert.
And I think I took a very great advantage of lockdown and all those things. I did so many things during that time.
Really? What else have you worked on? What have you been working on?
I worked on my English, I worked on my pronunciation. I was not a tech person. I learned so many things, graphics and how to make video in PowerPoint and how to make slideshow and many things.
Cool. That's really good. That's very useful. Yeah.
Computer work, little bit computer work.
Awesome. That's good. Okay. Can you see this slide? Oh, there we go. Here we go. Do you plan to stay at your current job long term, or do you plan to move on within a couple of years?
I can't dream to move on from this job, but additionally, I want to do other things as well, which are related to education field itself.
Okay. And in your culture, what are the expectations for how long a person typically stays with the same company? Interesting.
Uh, in our culture, in Indian culture, people are more tend to go for government job in my state. Means scenario of every state is different.
Right.
Maharashtra people tend to get government job, and once they got government job, I think at the age of 58 until they get retirement,
Yeah.
they stuck with the same department or same company. And people after government job, people tend to work in the companies, multinational companies, and a few people they love to do their own business. People like me who don't want to work under pressure of other people.
Yes. Yes, I get it. That's nice. Okay. What important skill have you learned on the job, and how did you learn it?
uh, I learned I was a little bit short tempered, but when I was handling quite near about 90 to 20 people, so I thought that even the person is making mistake, I have to keep myself cool down. I have to think about that person as well, and I think I should make him or her understand peacefully and try to be calm. So I learned these things. Again, don't criticize anyone. Just give some compliment or pray. Means he or she will work better. If suppose someone make mistake, I can say, you did it very well, but you could do this much better.
Nice. Yeah.
Before I was direct. You did this wrong way. I hadn't told you to do that way. Why you did this? Before I was like that, but now I've changed my way.
I think, that's probably one of the toughest lessons to learn, right? That's one
Yes.
that many people never ever learn. So great. Maybe I could take some tips from you on dealing with that kind of situation. Whew. I'm
But sometimes it happens. Sometimes we get anxious
right.
because uh, I thought that I'm always running out of time because mm, running own institution and focusing on own learning. So it's quite I feel sometimes difficult.
Right.
If I focus on one thing, I left behind, and I cannot focus on only my personal things. So I have to do simultaneously, and sometimes I have other official workload as well. So sometimes I get anxious, but I have to cool down myself. And I had started meditation for I think it's 7 years. So it helped me a
Oh,
lot.
that's good. Yeah. That sounds very helpful. I'm very impressed. Yes.
For a personal analysis, if we keep calm and keep asking ourselves few questions, and after that, if we take a pen and paper and we write down what things are important and what things we can eliminate from our
Right.
life, and what thing I did this and how I could do it better, what mistakes I have made. So I think it's a nice idea.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is a really nice idea. Nice. Okay. So, was there any particular experience or person who taught you that lesson?
Uh, I think I've seen many videos. then I follow meditation. One of teacher taught us introspection methods,
Okay.
and he taught very step by step at Bangalore only.
Yes. Full of amazing professionals here.
RT Nagar, RT Nagar.
Aarti Nagar. Okay. Which site is that? Is that near me? I don't know.
I don't remember exactly, but I'll search. So he taught us particular on each and every particular question, how we should analyze ourselves and how we will get answer. Means you have to ask yourself a
Mm-hmm.
question. If suppose I'm asking, what I did today, could I do? Is it necessary to do? Is it beneficial for me? Is it beneficial for my family? Is it beneficial for society? If yes, then go ahead. How can I do it better? So that kind of process was it.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds very thoughtful, right? We should probably all be thinking this way. We should probably all be asking ourselves these questions. Okay. Cool. So, is he your biggest professional role model? Or who is? Who's your biggest professional role model?
I think yet I didn't get, but sometime I'm feeling like a lady on YouTube. I watch videos. She's from Australia,
Okay.
Shodizarai. So I want to be like her.
Nice. Cool. Okay. I like it. That sounds great. I might have to check her out. Okay. What do you enjoy most about your job?
Spending time with small kids, training my teachers, teaching them new things. Most interesting part is spending time with kids, which I don't get
Okay.
much.
Yeah. You're dealing with the teachers more than the kids, right? You're
Sorry?
dealing with the teachers more than the kids most of the time? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What?
And most of the time I'm busy with office
Right.
work actually, which I
Okay.
don't like, which I don't like. But I don't have any
Yeah.
option.
I understand. I don't like office work very much either. Not at all.
Paperwork and that file, I
Yeah.
hate it. But I'm doing.
That's very honest. That's I cannot do an office job, man. I just can't handle it. It's so tough.
I I always procrastinate. If possible, I always procrastinate it.
Nice, good. I'm so glad to hear that I'm not the only one. Yeah. Oh my, good. Okay. What fun, interesting, or exciting project have you worked on recently? Don't say office work.
I hate it. Uh, Recently, I enjoyed since lockdown. I didn't go out, but you're talking about
Yeah,
project, right?
anything.
Recently means it happens in 2020, not
Sure.
recently, around 1 year. My school was like nursery to eighth grade, and I got recognition, government permission from 9 to 12th
Cool.
grade. So I did it myself without my family support. I was traveling alone. I was doing all those things alone. I was traveling 550 kilometers, I think 500 kilometers around alone that time. And my family was not with me, but they supported me to go alone and do all the things. So I think it's more than achievement, it's a big experience for me, how to do things, how to talk with people, how to convince people, how to manage people. So I think it's a more than achievement. Sorry, more than achievement, it's a big experience, and I think it will be helpful for me for my whole life.
Cool. It was achievement and a learning experience, right? That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be that.
but I was happy. I was so happy, not because of I got permission and I got high school and
Yeah,
junior college, but I did it myself.
that's cool. No, that sounds huge. That sounds really big. I mean, that doesn't sound easy to me at all. I'm like, wow, could I do that? I don't know.
And even when I hate
Yeah.
office work, even though I did it.
Yeah, that is extremely impressive. Okay. What do you consider to be the highlight of your career so far? Was that it? Sounds pretty cool.
Highlight, what do you
Highlight
call
of
it?
your career means the top thing that you've done so far. The highlight, the peak, the best thing that happened in your career.
Uh, I opposed my parents and I started my school because my parents didn't want to
Yeah.
do it. They were like, I should get married and settle down, but I was against it and I did it. I think it's the
Wow.
highlighted moment of
Good
my
for
life.
you. That is not easy, right? Especially in India, it's not easy. Even my mother said something
Yes.
like that to me in America, and I was like, but it's easier for an American to say, no, I'm going to do whatever I want. But yeah, she did not support me going to college at all. She did not. So I had to fight them for it. I'm
And even in Muslim culture, you may know that Indian Muslim people, they are very
right.
reserve minded.
Yeah. Depends on the family.
So it was again, it was again a very big hurdle for me.
Wow. I'm proud of you. I think you did great. Nice.
Thanks.
That is cool. Okay. If your manager offered you a promotion that involved moving to another country for a year, would you accept it? For a year. Okay.
Of course. Of
Okay.
course.
Cool. What factors would you consider in your decision? What would you think about it?
I'll expose to the different culture. I'll learn so many things from other countries, some good things, definitely, and learning from something from some different cultures, especially America or England. It's, I think, good opportunity to hone English skills and learn culture of your city and the environment, and I think
Yeah,
everything.
very cool. What if they said you get a promotion and you get to move to England, but you get half of the pay?
Then how we can manage
Right.
expenses
Yeah,
in a new country?
it
It's
would be very
difficult
difficult. Yeah, so we have to think about these things.
because money is so important to
Yeah,
survive.
of course. You can't live without money. I wish I could, but I cannot. Yeah. Okay. Would your answer change if your company needed you to move for 5 years or 10 years or permanently?
No, I
You
will
would still
not
go.
because I love my school.
You wouldn't
No,
go.
no,
Got it.
I won't.
Okay. Nice. Okay. What are your short term? We have 2 minutes left, but let's see. What are your short term and long term career goals?
Long-term career goals are so many, and if I see towards these goals, people will say me that you are crazy. It's almost impossible for you. You can't do this. But at a certain point before starting my school, it was almost impossible for me because my family was against. I had no money, nothing, but I achieved. So I thought that whatever my goals are, one
Right.
day I may
I
achieve.
love that.
Not I may, but I'm
Right.
confident.
That's what you have to be. You have to be a little crazy and a little confident, right? That's how they achieve everything too. People are like, "Are you crazy?" Well, probably, but I'm still think I can do it. Maybe. I like it. Okay. So, how do you stay motivated?
Motivated. I think external motivation doesn't work for me because it's just for a
Mhm.
short term. But whatever my plans are in mind, if I keep recalling it, it keep me
Yeah, I
motivating.
think so, right? Yeah, that's the biggest motivation for me too. I think so. Oh,
External motivation doesn't work.
not for long, not for me, not for very long. Yeah, it's got to be
Yes,
full internal.
yes. Time is running. Okay, we
Okay,
will
I'll
meet
see you soon.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.